Hello and welcome to this Transforming Learning Fife pedagogy video on questioning and how you can use Wayground for starter activities. Wayground is another quizzing tool that you can use in your classroom. It is great for starters and it's a very calming experience. It used to be called quizzes, which you may be familiar with. So if you go to wayground.com and then if you haven't got an account, you can sign up or you can click log. Once you're logged into Wayground, this is your landing page. So my library over on the left hand side is all the quizzes that you will have created. That is where they are saved. And the sessions are quizzes that you've done with your students, and we will look at that in a moment. So if we go back to the home page, you get a few options. There are some ready-made Wayground quizzes there, but you can go in and you can create your own. So if you go and click create, you can create an assessment. Again, there are some other options there, which are, some of them are paid and some of them are free. So have a little look at them. We are just going to go into an assessment quiz. So if we click on that, you then get a few options. You can upload them from any document. So you could upload a curricular document, you could upload a summary sheet, you could upload slides as a PDF. And you can also create with a prompt as well. So you can click on that and you can type in what you want it to be and your grade level. And AI will do the work for you there with your prompt. So there's a few options to create your own, or you can just go start from scratch and you can start choosing what type of quiz you want. So you can see here we've got multiple choice, we've got true or false, ones that have got this little lightning on them does require you to have paid access, so just be aware of that. So I'm using that AI feature. I have put my prompt in there. You can see I've got students in Scotland, what level they're doing, what topic, and then I've put in a little bit extra detail on the cells that I want them to use. I can change the depth of knowledge that they need to have. How many questions? I'd recommend choosing more than you would want. So if you want a starter that maybe just has 10 questions, maybe choose 15 that are there and you can then check them and edit them, and it'll take a few minutes. I'll just click create resource and it'll take a few minutes for it to search around and find your information for your quiz. So you can see there, it has made my 15 questions. It has made the question, it's already selected the answer. I can go in there and if I want, I can delete anything that I don't want it to include. So I can delete that one off and it will take them out of my quiz. Then once you're done, just click publish and it will save that into your library. You can also search. So again, I'm going to search for National 5 Biology. I'll see what quizzes are available publicly there. There are 746,000. So if I click show them all, you can then refine more what it is that you're looking for. I am just going to pick one just to see. So if I click this one here, this is somebody else's quiz that I can then copy and I can edit and it will go into my library. You also have the option to download it as a worksheet. So if your students maybe don't have access to a device at the time, you could have that sitting on the desk as a little paper starter for them as well. Once you have your starter quiz made, you can click start now. We'll do it student paced as it's a starter, and then we'll go into classic mode and then you click start. You can put this on the board. You can get them to scan the QR code. They can go to joinmyquiz.com and put in the join code. You can just put that up on the board, or you could add that to their show bay or anything where the information for the starter is. Once you click start, the students can then start doing that quiz and you'll see how many participants are here. So you may want to wait for them all to join first before you start it. And it'll give you information as you go through as to how they're all doing, and that can be projected onto the board. I'm just going to end this game. You also have an option to assign it. So before the students come, you could click on assign. There's a few options that you can change with it. Making sure it's randomised order, shuffling the questions. You can turn the timer off if some students prefer that. And once you click assign, you can share that join code with your students. Again, in Showbie or Teams, have it on the board waiting for them. You can give them a join link as well in maybe Showbie or Teams, and then they will come into the class and they can just start doing the quiz. You do not have to start it. It will be ready for them. Once you have done and they have finished the quiz, you can then look at the data for the session. So if I click on sessions here, I can have a little look at one of my previous sessions that I've done. So this one here, and it'll tell you how accurate your students are, how many of them have completed it. You get this heat map with the students' names, so you can see what students got what question right, and you can go through it question by question also to identify questions that maybe lots of students are getting wrong, and an area that you maybe need to revisit as a class. So a great tool for starter with lots and lots of features available to you for free also, including some of those AI features to make things a little bit quicker.